Yes, the internet tries to keep us down, but they can't stop us. OSD, Obsessive Sneaker Disorder. The Soul Doctors are in the building, in the house. Thanks for tuning in as you do each and every week. Yes, I'm coming to you live and direct from the sofa. The sofa. The sofa. So, but no, this is episode 273. Man, the back to school in full effect mode. How y'all doing, Soul Doctors?
Cool, cool, chilling,
Good,
chilling. What's
good.
up?
Chilling, chilling.
Yes, 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 yes.
So we're gonna run down the line as we say. We begin the show. Yes, they try to keep us off the internet, but we're too good, we're too bold, we're too strong, we're too everything and then some. So let's go straight to the ladies. The ladies. Let's lead it off with Soul Flower herself checking in live and direct. No hat tonight? What's up with that, Flower?
No, I have braids. I've been working out like a mad dog lately, so
Ah, okay,
You doing that
okay.
yoga?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she hit yoga like 8 times in one day last week. She
You
said.
trying to get it in, huh?
Woo! I see.
Is
About
this
to be the
so?
winter time.
Which yoga is?
I'm trying to be
Flower,
like
which
my
yoga is
brothers. I'm
this
trying to
one?
be like y'all.
Hey, you know
Huh?
what we got to get our cuddle bodies up.
Oh
Wintertime is
Lord!
coming.
Wow! Wow! Getting
Well, I
ready.
need a
Hey
partner,
now.
so
Hey now.
you can't cuddle by yourself.
There you go. Winter will be here pretty soon, but let me find out. Okay, so are you doing yoga, Pilates, or give me tell me, educate me, please.
Okay, well, I'm doing two things. I'm doing Bikram yoga, which is the hot yoga in the 105-degree room.
That's that move right there. That's
Yeah,
that
Okay.
I've
move.
been doing 2 a days of those, and I've also been
Wow.
running. One of
You've been
my
doing.
life goals is to do a marathon. So, what ridiculous?
You've been doing 2 days of Bikram.
Yeah,
Ooh, you a soldier.
That's a
I,
little
I,
too much,
I
baby.
go,
I
I
love it.
come, man, I come crawling out of Beacom like I've been in a war. I'm like, air, fresh air. I,
You ain't doing no push-ups, no sit-ups, planking,
oh, bruh, that,
no
hey,
physio ball, no
trust
nothing like that.
that yoga will get you. That
You do all of
Bikram,
that in yoga minus the
all
ball
of it, yeah, all of it.
All
for
right.
an
Wow.
hour and a
Hoping
half
you.
each set.
Telling you, bruh, that Bikram is raw. It'll test the
Yeah,
hardest of you,
they trying to get me to do
Yeah.
that Bikram out here. Ain't done it yet.
dude.
Wow.
Trust, go do that Bikram, bruh. You'll come out feeling like a champ.
I
Man,
think
oh
that I've been
man.
Yasa, but I might try that.
Okay.
You do. It's a great stress relief. It is a full cardio workout, but
Yeah.
with um no stress and no tension. The heart room makes you more limber. Um, and the funny thing is, I hate saunas, but I could be in that room.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
more you go into each position twice, so it's a little bit different from other forms of yoga where you flow through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bikram makes you go back and do it, so you every position you do twice in a row, and then you move on. Love it.
Hmm.
I suggest everyone try it. It's real good.
I might have
I
to try
suggest
it.
anybody who has not tried any kind of yoga, everybody on this
Yeah.
call, don't even, get over what it looks like, get over the hippie white people and the smelly whatever it may be, and get your
Right.
behind. That includes you, my man down in Atlanta. Get into the
Oh,
yoga
Hey,
because,
I'm gonna tell you how I
you
do.
know what I mean? It will keep you young. I'm telling
I
you.
keep my poses on my phone.
I've actually done yoga, man. We had to do it when I played ball, so they made us do yoga
yeah.
every
Just
day.
And it's
just
especially good for athletes because, especially athletes or anyone
I
who has
see you.
have any kind of injury or scar tissue, Bikram yoga basically uh, stretches it and it helps it rebuild better.
Yep. And then
Huh.
like everybody on these cleanses and whatnot, Bikram yoga actually squeezes all your internal organs so it detoxes you.
I
It's a
tell you
detox.
what.
Hmm.
I stretch muscles in my back, D. I didn't know I had doing yoga. Straight up.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Wowza.
There are
Wowza.
muscles around your spine and your
Yep.
back, around those vertebrae that are
Yep.
so small and so tight. Unless you do yoga, you will not stretch them out.
Yep. I
You'll
actually
Wow.
go through your
toured.
entire life
Yep.
tight muscles around your spine.
I cured my knee tendonitis and tendonitis in my right Achilles doing yoga.
You know what? I might need to do that for my ACL. My knees are killing me, dog.
Oh man,
Wow.
Let me tell you something, man. They don't, you know, let's be real. They don't try to tell young Black America some of these good things to be taking care of your body because they think we don't care. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They didn't think we ain't want to take care of ourselves. This is real talk. You better get in there and take care of that stuff so you can survive.
True.
Right, bruh.
Wow.
I'll be right up in the coffee shop with him afterward, like, whoo, that was a good class.
Didn't I teach you in class? I didn't know Black men did yoga.
Woo, you got deep into
There you
that
go.
stretch.
Man. Well, we're gonna have to all do yoga, and OSD will be sponsored by the Heat Room. The Heat Room.
Yes. Yes.
From the Heat Room, literally. The Heat
Literally
Room.
and figuratively, yes.
Yes,
No
exactly.
doubt. High
Well, let's
box.
go. Let's go to A the Great. Chicken under my nails. Chicken under my nails.
What it
What's
do, boo?
up?
Ain't nothing. I've been taking advantage of New York City's free events. Last week I was at Afro Punk Fest.
Ooh.
I went to go see Pete Rock versus DJ Premier at East River Park with Sneaker Galactus.
Wow.
And what else I did? Oh, I went to the Team Lark Barbecue, which was hosted by Rox Fontaine on Saturday.
Okay.
I would like to
DJ
personally thank you for your Instagram videos. That keeps me up on what's going down.
No problemo. No problemo.
Man.
I'm mad I missed
Taking
Pete
notes.
Rock
to
and
tell you the truth.
DJ Premier.
Yeah, it was awesome. They brought out MOP. They brought out Camp Low, Beat Nuts. It was fucking sick.
No.
They brought out the nuts.
Yep.
Oh no.
And Marley Marl.
Pop the trunk. Hit the deck.
Wow.
John
Okay.
Wayne couldn't even handle it. Oh my God.
You know what's up. You know what's up. That's my workout song right there. When I need a boost, I'm like,
Wow. Classic, good stuff. Well, sit tight. Let's go straight to Mr. Anita Heat, ATL's finest team Bigfooter, Sneaker Nation representer. What's the good word? Heat?
Man, chilling, just trying to work on this One Sneaker Nation movement down here.
Okay.
And hoping to launch the website this weekend. So, you know, definitely be on the lookout for that. And, you know, I'll definitely keep y'all posted on what we're doing. But other than that, man, I actually saw 2 shoes this week that I like. I can't believe it. Because, you know, I haven't really seen nothing in a couple of months that's just something I got to get. But I've seen two shoes today. So,
it's
ready to
cold
get
down
to
there,
it.
Heat.
Oh, you gotta tell us what
Are you
it
going to
is.
share?
What sneakers?
Nah, because I know we're going to end up getting into it. That's
You
why
can't
I said
talk about
let's
niggas
get to it.
in that.
Oh, he's giving a little tease. He's giving an appetizer. He's giving an appetizer.
You know what I'm saying? It's called a tease, man.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go from the ATL to the PDX, the one known simply as J to the L to the R. What's up, sir?
What's up, fam? It's good to see y'all. It's been a good week out here. Started a new gig, getting into my whole project management thing. So things are good, and waiting on one more print, and then I will be sending out the OSD packages. So y'all saw my little party on Instagram there. So
Yeah.
I'm still decorating the studio, as you can see. So. Yeah, man, things are good. I can't complain. You know what I mean? A lot of forward moving progress right now. As you've seen with some of my Instagram too, I think about this dropping of the movement with the move forward piece, but I'm gonna save that for another conversation.
All
But other
right.
than that, everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Coolly cool.
Oh, Kadoma, I got something for you, Kadoma.
What you got?
Hold on a minute, I got something for you.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Man, he had to go big.
I take that back. I got 2 things for you.
Oh, shit.
Alright. I got some socks for you.
Oh, wow.
I know you don't like them sock shoes, so I thought I'd let you know that I joined the club. I got some socks right here.
Damn.
Some expensive socks. I ain't gonna say what I paid for them, but I got some of them expensive socks.
Yep.
And then I know you be hating on my skate game, so I stepped it up with some BA Project skate shoes for you this week, just to let you know I'm getting back in
Wow.
that
Oh yeah,
in that
I picked up those as well.
in that game. Yeah, see,
Man, you're gonna make me break out some boxes over here.
I like those.
I
What are
wanted to let
those?
you know you was left out.
I've been
Anyway,
getting in too. I didn't know we were doing show and tell tonight.
That's
nah,
them
I just had a little something for you, you know.
that's them BAs, boy. That's them Brian Andersons, man.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
All right. Do they make
That's a
those big? I
skate
don't want
running
to get. I don't want to
silhouette.
get my heart into it. Do they make them big? That's what I need to know.
That's a conversational piece, as someone called it.
You just
Absolutely.
have to search for them. You always search. They're there somewhere.
They're slowly creeping that fly wire and hyperfuse into the skate market, where it'll
They
work.
have to. They ain't
Yeah,
selling it nowhere else.
yeah.
And
So,
skaters will use technical, even if basketball players and other people don't use it. Skaters stay tech.
well, yeah, skateboarding has been going through all of the, I guess, minimalist trend that basketball and running and every other shoe's going into right now. So you see a lot of skaters wearing shoes that you wouldn't really think are skate shoes. They're really minimal, uh, lightweight, less support. But as far as like the Flywire and Hyperfuse, that's really something we haven't seen in skate shoes yet, because
Well,
a lot of skaters prefer a more durable shoe like leather or a good suede for the flick
they
of the
tested
board.
it out. They tested it out a little bit with a couple of silhouettes last year, and they had brought in. It wasn't your pure hyperfuse, but it was like your no seam upper. And a lot of skaters wanted to see if like the costing would be durable enough because it was so thin, like the material was thin, but it was actually really tough material, and they used the lunar footbed in a cup sole, which still hasn't been done in any other shoe. Like most lunar is the full midsole, but in the costing last year they had a lunar footbed, which was brilliant.
Yeah, so
Well,
that
you
you
know,
see,
lunar footbeds they're not. They don't look like your traditional cup soles, but
Right.
they're made the same way. So that outside pattern you see on most lunars, that's cage because it's two different
Right.
foams in the middle of a lunar shoe.
so
Yep.
you
Yep. So
saw the
yeah,
costing,
you can see that on the underneath.
Right.
and now we're starting to see the costings in like a mesh type material, which I haven't seen in skateboarding and I don't think in ever.
There's a black one out here with all
Yeah,
mesh. I mean, it's a black
yeah,
all mesh,
all mesh upper,
and it's a
and you would,
gum rubber sole though.
Hey, really
It's
nice.
fire. And then there's
yeah,
one that's all green with a white sole.
and you would think grip tape would tear up that mesh pretty bad, but I guess they figured out a way to make it a little more durable.
Well, even
Um,
grip tape has changed. Like grip tape is no longer as abrasive as it used to be. Like full on sandpaper. They've changed even how grip tape is.
I think they have different kinds for different likes. You know, you can still get the grit if you really want it, but
Right.
most people prefer something a little more fine now. But what was I saying? That Brian Anderson shoe is definitely one of the more technologically advanced skate shoes where they've implemented a lot of that technology. You see some running technology in there, as Jesse mentioned. You also see some of the hyperfuse in there, I think.
Yeah. It's nice.
So,
You gotta check the
It's
move.
nice.
You gotta check the move. So if you aren't successful in your other normal athletic categories, if you're not selling too many running shoes, if you can't sell any golf shoes, then what do? You try to find the best next thing or the best next marketing hit that's going to bring some more relevance to those categories without selling out.
and
So
I
you
guess
take that one
That's
category,
true.
skate, and you start infusing that with everything else. So now skate shoes got some running stuff in it, and now golf shoes are going to start looking like skate shoes. Mark my words.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
real
knowledge
true.
right now.
And then there was and then there's that part where I don't care what Jesse has because he's showing off all these fancy shoes that I can't get. So it's cool.
man, you know, but to speak on that, what do you do when nothing else is selling? Today, I went into Foot Action and saw that they are now carrying Nike SB.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw that last week.
After
Yep.
10 years of holding out and selling only to skate shops, Nike SB is slowly creeping into the mainstream stores. So
So understand what's happening. SB is popular. The kids love SB. You got to get the kids to go back to Foot Locker, because not everybody wants to buy Jordan, and you got to get the white kids to go back to Foot Locker, because they ain't going there. They're going to skate shops.
Foot action.
So you throw Foot Action, you throw Foot Locker, all those mall locations. You put your skate shoes in there, and then you put a little running category in there. Put a little golf category in there. And next thing you know, that shit's popular all over the place.
Yeah, they weren't all the SBs though. I didn't see any dunks in there. I only saw the Janowskis, the P-Rods,
Rods.
and the Team Edition.
See, P-Rod's
What's the
got a
quickest way to
wide.
mommy's pocketbook?
The mall.
P-Rod's got a yeah, but
There you
P-Rod's got a
go.
wide berth too. P-Rod's got a real nice wide berth that most skaters don't have. The skaters are still very very much a close knit, closed circle type of group to break into. But P-Rod is one of the few who's expanded that on purpose. You know, you got your Deerdecks, your P-Rods, and you know a little bit of your Schechters. He's still not as mainstream. He just he's kind of like the boy bander of the group. But they're starting to get out there mainstream where they know him. You know, you got your veterans, your Tony Hawks, and all those guys. And P-Rod is the current guy that has crossover appeal. Started with his love of Jordan shoes, with his hijacking of a Jordan shoe and making it a non-sanctioned collaboration. You know,
P-Rod's starting to look old though.
Oh yeah, he is.
And you know what? It's
that's-
All
funny.
these young kids are looking at P-Rod like, I ain't mess with P-Rod. He got money now.
It's
But
real
that's
funny.
kind of the
He's
point.
got his own business.
But that's kind of the point, Jesse. You're absolutely right. But that's as much as they hate on it, they strive for it. They said the same thing about Deerdeck. They said the same thing about Schechter. They said the same thing about Tony Hawk. They said the same thing about all the BMXers. Like as soon as Dave Mirra, they said the same thing about Mirra, but they all still strive to be him. That's how the culture goes.
No.
But
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
it's funny you guys say that about P-Rod, because going on a little tangent here, he just left his board company, Plan B, that he's been professionally skating for 10 years, to invest a little more in himself. So we may see a P-Rod skateboard
Well,
company.
it's because it's called that retirement plan. Like
Yeah.
people can call Deerdeck. People can call Deerdeck a sellout all he want. That dude parlayed marketing to a whole level that people didn't even know about. Like
Oh,
even
Sure did.
And he
And-
brought
and-
up he brought up the young kids with him too. I mean, Nigel
Yeah.
Houston is probably a few $1 million richer in the
And what
pocket.
people don't
than
and what
that guy.
people don't understand is long before there was ever sports marketing in the skate realm and everyone was focused on Tony Hawk and all that, Deerdeck was actually first he wasn't a ramp skater. He was a street skater. He was a park skater. And so they weren't as popular because they didn't even have that in the X Games early on. Deerdeck was parlaying all of his video fame and everything into companies where he would skate for them for a piece of the company. He was one of the first to not take cash, literally be a broke skater, but he owned all these companies to the point where he used to skate for DC. That dude bought DC. Alien Workshop, he took a piece of the company until nobody wanted it, and then he came back and bought it. Like that dude skated for all the companies, parlayed that fame, and then now he owns all the companies he used to skate for. It's bananas.
Man, he's doing it big. I can't think of any other athlete really doing that in any other sport right now.
Yeah, it was one of those things that was unheard of in sports. It was unheard of.
Nobody else has that kind of drive skaters got. Remember, skaters are the bottom.
Well, I don't know.
Ain't nobody respecting skaters, you know what I
You
mean?
need to remember, I think Tiger Woods or LeBron said they were going to be the first billion-dollar athlete, so they have that drive just in a different kind of way, I guess.
Yeah, but even still, they were cashing checks. Like LeBron wasn't gonna do nothing without signing on the line for a check. Deerdeck literally was a broke ass skater owning companies because he knew what it would do for him one day.
Yeah, but that's a mentality a lot of kids don't have nowadays. Like everybody wants the money right now instead of
Right.
doing that hustle. And he was willing to do the hustle to get the payoff in the end.
Yep, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like people talk entrepreneurship and all that stuff. I'm telling you, they want to study somebody that did it on any level. Any businessman can study Rob Dyrdek. I got mad respect for how that dude parlayed things.
All right. Before
All
we
right,
get into
y'all.
the,
I gotta break out. I got
oh
shit on
damn,
the
Jesse,
table.
you're not gonna stick around for my show and tell?
Oh, you hit us with the samples and then you leaving? Damn.
No.
I guess not. I guess he's cutting out
Oh, he
on
might have
us.
froze.
He's
Yeah, he
out.
might have broke out.
He's out. I just picked these up. The Syndicate Spare. What is this? This is a skate low right here.
Yeah, that is a skate low. Those
Never
are
seen
rare.
a skate low before, so
Skate, yeah,
I've been
skate lows are
rocking
really
these.
rare.
Let me see what else I got over here. Jesse made me do this, y'all, so you can blame him. I got the
He
I
gonna
got
scapegoat
the
Jesse.
W Tap Vans Chuckas.
Ooh,
Oh, those
You
are
know,
beautiful.
Those are nice.
those are lovely.
there's one of my favorite Van silhouettes
Those are
Is that
lovely.
of
suede
all
or canvas?
time. It's canvas. It's a real good canvas.
Man, that just reminds me. I need to get my St. Alfred's Chuckers. Let me write this
Oh,
down.
Oh,
Brian Anderson's. These are what Jesse just
Ooh,
showed you.
I hate y'all.
This is a quick strike version, little neoprene up here on the collar.
Whatever. I don't
Something
care.
different.
So,
You know,
mad
That's how I
salty.
feel too.
I'm mad. Them
couldn't let Jesse get me. I had to get the
Oh,
right
then
one
he got
too.
Oh,
You
you
know.
again. Come
damn.
on, man.
What else I got over here? Oh yeah, I got
Did
these.
you get that from Foot Action?
No, I did not. I got these
Mm.
the Diamond Lakai shoes right here.
Oh, the old school. I
Yeah.
like the Lacais,
So
man.
a real good leather and suede on here. Something you don't see every day anymore. But man, so there's my skate shoe pickups, Jesse.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
He had to log off before he saw all that. That's all right though. But yeah, we're gonna get into the show tonight. D's on the cell phone,
Yep,
so
I certainly am.
I'm gonna kind of take you through the run of show. First thing we're gonna talk about is a little news, and Diddy was featured in the new Nike football campaign. Has anybody seen this?
Talk about lack of relevance.
Yeah, I have.
Ooh.
I don't get it.
Nope.
That's another new shoe that I saw in the mall today. It was let me see if I can screen share this with you guys real quick while we're talking about it. But that's another new shoe that I saw in the mall today was the Calvin Johnson or the Megatron shoe. So Diddy's featured in the new campaign featuring the Megatron Calvin Johnson shoe. Look at all those tabs I got open there, by the way. That's multitasking.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, what do you guys think about this?
I
That's
think
pretty
it's completely
crazy, huh?
irrelevant. I think it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with anything. That's his grasp at trying to stay. I don't know if they
Relevant.
tapped him or he tapped them. Whatever it is, it's misguided.
Nah, man, Diddy's got the juice. He's making rappers like Rick Ross and French Montana pop off right now. He can't do the same for Calvin Johnson.
Let me say
No.
this. I'm about to say I don't
Those
necessarily
rappers
agree
did
with
that themselves.
Right.
Yeah, nothing to
If you
do
look at the Bad Boy roster, how many people have failed under his
Oh
regime?
wow. No, if you sign with them, you're not
You're not going anywhere.
And you
Nothing's
know
gonna happen for
why? You
you.
know why? Because he truly don't want you to get big.
right.
Exactly.
That
I
dude
don't
want to
think
be.
so.
Hey, Odyssey said it best. Like Diddy in the background, fucking up the song.
Let me
can't
say
let
this
you
though.
die.
Let me say this about Diddy. I think I understand this a little bit. I don't really agree with it, but I do understand it simply because Calvin Johnson is kind of quiet, by nature. You know what I'm saying? I met the brother a couple times. He's not really vocal. He's always real quiet. So the whole concept, I think they're just trying to make a splash with him, and I think they're using Diddy to try to do it. Now, they probably could have used somebody who's a little bit more, how can I put it, who relates a little bit more to the demographic that they're going after. I think Diddy is a little over their head, but at the same time, it is going to catch people's attention simply because it is Diddy. So, like I said, I don't agree necessarily, but I do understand why they're doing it because he's a low-key type of dude. So.
Yeah, but they could have gotten any Joe Schmo to do it. Like, I understood it too, but at the same time, like, wow, Puff.
Well, I mean, who knows? You know, we might get more. You know, one thing about Nike, they like to go in depth usually after the fact and let you get a little behind the scenes, and maybe they'll go into it. You know what I mean? And let you know he might be a fan of Diddy's. Who knows? Diddy might be a big fan of his. Who knows? But like I said, they could have probably picked somebody who's a little bit better suited for for the demographic that they're going after. Because Diddy, I don't think kids and teenagers really relate to Diddy all that much. I think they know who he is, but it's not really Diddy is endorsing it. I'm gonna go cop that. You know what I mean? He ain't got that kind of influence like that no more. So.
Well, I've got the video up on the screen right now. I don't know if you guys can see it or hear it.
Can't really hear it. We could see it. I actually checked it out before the show, but like I said, I like the shoe. I don't know if the shoe is out there enough for people to copy, because I haven't seen it yet, not in stores. I haven't, and like I said, he's from here, which is really surprises me. You know what I'm saying? I saw it a couple of weeks ago, the Sandy Creek color. But I haven't seen any other colorways. I haven't seen the lime green. I was actually looking for that one. I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? So he's from Atlanta. So like I said, I don't understand it. Maybe they're just not putting it out there in enough stores. I don't know.
Well, I saw the Calvin Johnson shoe today. I think it's real aerodynamic, something we haven't seen in a training or football crossover shoe in a long time. It's very pointed at the toe. It looks almost like an old school soccer boot or cleat. So I don't know. It's an odd shaped shoe for someone like me with a wide foot. It does look clean though, and it's got the big huge air bubble that reminds me of the LeBron maybe 8. I want to say before they went to the full length.
Actually, that's the 9 you're probably thinking about.
Is that the 9 I'm thinking about?
Yeah,
You may be right.
Yeah, with that 180 bubble.
Right. Yeah. It looks a little bit bigger than that, but it might be the same bubble. So, anyone else got any thoughts on the football campaign featuring Diddy?
Nah. Nope.
That's it.
I just think he should save his own doppelganger, kind of like when LeBron James did his commercial in the different characters, because it seems like in the commercial they're trying to say that Diddy is like the more hyped up side of him, and just let him do that hyped up stuff while he continues to do whatever he does. So I think he should have just played his own doppelganger. And
yeah.
If he's so quiet like you said, then I think he should, brought that personality out more. I just don't get the connection with Diddy and see how Diddy could bring any fans to him. No one's checking for Puffy right now.
Huh?
I said no one's checking for Puffy right now.
I agree with that. Nobody's really checking for him like that, especially the young people. I don't know. Like I said, knowing this dude like I do, man, and that person that you saw talking at the beginning of it, that's him. He don't want to deal with all the rigor. He hates the media. He hates, all the crowds and he hates all that. So, for him to sit there and say, "I'll deal with it," it's almost like, look, I'll deal with it. I don't really want to. You know what I'm saying? This ain't really something I want to do. But then you come off as an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't really want to come off like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he really wanted to play that role. It was almost like he used Diddy to kind of get that off of him, because that's not him. Like I said, he doesn't want anything to do with all the extra shit. He just really want to play ball. That's all he want to do.
Well, it looks like this is the first commercial of many, and maybe they'll have some more content coming soon, probably online as well. So we'll see where they go with this. But as of right now, it seems like it baffles everybody on the panel here. But next up, the bit of news we have is the Jordan Heads documentary hits Kickstarter.
Yes.
I'm not sure if anyone has heard, but Jordan Heads is a documentary not about sneakerheads, but about Jordan heads. And I remember when I was, getting very serious into sneakers, this is how a lot of people were. They were not a sneakerhead. They were a Air Max head or a Jordan head or a Dunk head or Adidas. Just a particular style of shoe is all they seem to collect. But this is a documentary for Jordan heads. I don't know if it's by Jordan heads or not. Maybe D has a little more info. But they've been working on this for a very long, long time, and I guess they're ready to send it into.
I think we had dude on the show.
Yeah,
We have
probably.
had Calvin Fowler on the show, and you know, he basically was working on, you know, he's a film director and a videographer and producer, so he was doing that because he lost some footage, and two, he basically had to retool what was going on with the movie, and now he's kind of recaptured that fire and wants to go and really make this documentary, the best that it could possibly be, and he's using Kickstarter as a way to generate some more funds to actually put the finishing touches and polishes on the documentary, because he's got some amazing interviews with some of everyone within not just the sneaker industry, but also just true like Jordan head like fanatics, people like Jumpman Bostic and stuff like that.
And he's got a pretty obtainable goal. He's looking for a $10,000 goal. He's
Right.
almost to $2,000, which means he's 20% there. And he's got 25 days to go, so a good 3 to 4 weeks. And the minimum pledge is only $1. So if everyone out there, that all the Jordan heads out there were to pledge $1, I'm pretty sure he'd hit his goal pretty
Absolutely.
quick. So, and there's people paying more than $1 for a shot at a Twitter RSVP right now. So, come on, let's get it together and help Calvin reach his goal on Kickstarter.com. Everyone needs to go check that out.
I think this is a dope thing that we definitely need to get behind, simply because, I think D used to say back when I first got on the show, it's like, going back into the talking about stocks and things of that nature, you got to reinvest in what you actually purchase. This is what you got. This is what Jordan heads or so-called sneaker heads out here, rocking. You're going out here spending all your money. Support something like this. This helps further your cause. You know what I mean? So.
Today I went in the Apple store and I bought the brand new Holo clip for the iPhone. Has anyone seen the Holo clip? They have a fisheye lens and a panoramic lens and a telephoto lens. And, I texted my friends. I was like, hey, check this out. They got the brand new Holo clip for iPhone 5. And they're like, how much is it? I'm like, $108. They're like, oh, that's crazy. I'm like, you can't even buy a pair of shoes for $108 anymore. I mean, this is going to take, a countless amount of pictures and make them look good. So it's just kind of funny how people think nowadays. They'll spend $250 for a pair of phones, but can't purchase something for $100 that they'll use more than that pair of shoes they bought for $250.
Exactly.
True. So everybody get out there and support Calvin. Kickstarter.com. Jordan Head documentary. We've been waiting for this for a very long time. But that's it for news. Now we're going to get into shoes. First thing on the manifest is one of my personal favorites. You just saw a lot of Vans that I recently purchased, but it is the Ice-T Vans Rhyme Syndicate Pack. Have any of you guys seen this shoe?
Yeah, seen a little bit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I heard that they come in a body bag.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That would make them that much harder.
Yeah, that takes them to another level.
You guys started off. Let everybody know what you think about the shoes and Ice-T and Vans and why this took so long and if it's still relevant in today's market.
I think it falls right in line with what they've done before with other bands and other, like, one of my favorite Vans happens to be my Iron Maiden Power Slaves. which has the artwork from the Power Slave album on the side. They've done it with Bad Brains. They've done it with. They have a tradition of giving a music artist the skate high as a silhouette. The Ice-T one is plain. It's your basic high contrast black and white. But what I do like, if they do come in the body bag, especially with his rock outfit body count, that would be dope. And then I think it's just one of those classic silhouettes back from an age where, if you was straight banging, you had your Dickies, you had your Chucks, you had your Vans, you had like Southern Cali banging had that at its pedigree. It still had all the makings of Southern California. You see the old English lettering and all those things. I think it's real consistent. It's not over the top, but it's good.
Anybody else?
I like him too. I'm more so because I'm also a fan of Ice-T since I'm your pusher. But I'm a fan of the black and white silhouette anyway too. So I like those skate highs.
On the back, we see the OG.
Oh, I like OG because
we got the old English.
Okay, most young folks, young heads watching the show right now, y'all all talking that OG this, OG that. Ice-T was one of the first, if not the first, to put it in a song, Original Gangster, straight up.
So here we see the next shoe in the pack, which looks to be a Chukka. It's not the traditional Vans Chukka though. It's more of a new model here. It looks like it's got some really good nubuck leather on the toe box here, and it's perforated on the back panels.
That one's clean.
And then OG's on the heel tab of these as well.
See, what I like about this as a pack also is this is the grown-up side. My man ain't banging no more. He on TV. He on Law and Order since I can remember. Like, this is the grown-up one. The other one was the old school one. I like it as a pack. That's clean.
And one thing I like about the pack personally is the clean all-white midsole, which was very hard to come by in the early days of Vans. They always had that custom pinstripe.
Yep, black pinstripe all the way around.
And now it's all clean white. No pinstripe is there at all, which is, usually they'll do the white pinstripe, but this is totally clean.
Yeah,
so,
that's a shoe I'll take an all-white midsole on.
Yeah, and here we see the interior of the Chukka shoe with the parental advisory, explicit lyrics, and it has Ice-T Syndicate in the insole in Old English.
That's crazy.
This looks like a good pack, and Vans has been doing stuff with multiple different music artists for a long time. Metallica, Public Enemy. I'm trying to think of all.
They did Iron Maiden, Bad Brains. They have a long history with a lot of the harder rock, like hair bands.
But here we see it on the Syndicate line, one of Vans' top of the line packs. Premium materials. You're getting quality with this release.
No doubt.
So check them out, hitting a Vans store near you, and let us know what you think of that body bag.
Yeah, if they come in a body bag, that's what's up.
So let me see what the next shoe is we have down here today. It's one for the ladies. So maybe you can wear this while you do your hot yoga, Flower. But let's see what we got.
There's no shoes in yoga.
Hey, you never know. You might need that extra grip one day. but here we go. This is the Alexander McQueen Puma. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. But it's a wedge. So another wedge, ladies. I know you're probably tired of wedges by now, but this is by an actual fashion designer or out of his camp, Alexander McQueen. So tell us what you think about these.
I mean, I don't really hate them, but it's just like, it's another wedge. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just over the whole wedge thing, but I don't completely hate them.
It says here they retail for $365.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's Alexander McQueen.
Yeah, it's McQueen. As soon as they have McQueen on
Wow.
them, they ain't even making them for you, for us, for y'all,
Right.
for the lower. If you just into kicks, this ain't even for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have
Not
expected
even.
it to be more too. I mean, they're cheaper than the Isabel Marant, so.
Well, you know what? At first I was like wedge sneakers. It's a fad. It's whatnot. I didn't like it at first. I'm starting to come around to it because I'm seeing a wider variety of women wear them, and I'm not looking at them as sneakers. I'm just looking at them as wedges now.
Right.
Because
Right.
if they wear them the right way, you have some females who will wear them, your dunk wedges and some of the uglier Puma wedges and some of the off-brand sneaker wedges, and then they're wearing them in a completely oddball way. They're not taking care of the rest of the outfit. It's just I got this dunk
Right.
wedge, But when they dress them up, I've seen some ladies kill it in them, and so I'm starting to come around to them, not as a sneaker, just as a good shoe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm coming around to them too. There's actually a pair that I'll actually spend money on that I've liked recently, but
Right.
it's just still.
I think the only wedges I like right now are the ones from Adidas. Like they've been coming out with some really good sneaker wedges.
Yeah,
But
those snakeskin ones that they came out with.
those are straight fire.
The ones I
would pay
actually
money for
wanted to
those.
buy was the Adidas opening ceremony ones.
Yeah,
All black leather, the gum bottom.
Yeah,
bananas.
those are tough. Those are tough.
So I am coming around, Steve.
I'm the same. Like I used to see them and just be like, "Oh, y'all trying too hard," But
Yeah.
then as I start to see women put really dope outfits together, and I guess that's me. I mean, you know me, Fly. I'm an outfit guy. Like even for a guy, like just 'cause you got a pair of Foams or Jordans or something, that ain't enough. If you ain't clean from the ankles up, then you wasted your money.
Yes, got to be a total package.
Right, and so that's what's helping me come around is the whole total package of you just ain't wearing some painted on jeans and some Diamond Supply T-shirt and your boyfriend's snapback and thinking that you clean because you got some
Right. Yeah, those McQueens aren't bad though. I do like that bone color.
You like the bone? I like the black ones.
The black looks dope too.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question real quick, ladies.
Yes.
Why in the hell is this shoe so much?
Alexander McQueen.
It's Alexander McQueen. He's a luxury designer. Well, he was. He passed away like a few years ago.
Passed away.
Yeah.
But a lot of the crazy shoes that you've seen Beyonce or Lady Gaga wear, those were his creations.
No, I mean I understand the McQueen. I've seen some of his stuff, be high before, but I've seen other wedges without the name on it be high.
That's because the way that they're marketing them, Heat. For instance, when I was out at Magic, I was in Vegas. I was walking through the shops over at the Venetian, and we talk about it all the time. Custom J's, this, that, LeBron limited edition. As a matter of fact, my man right there, he's on the call with us now. What's up, Miles Coltrane? He was out with me. We were walking through, and we looked to the right, man, and there was this sneaker. It was a full-on sneaker by a brand I had never heard of and probably would never hear of, and it was $500 because it's being marketed from jump to a different realm of customer. No matter what, that's their low end because they probably spend $10,000 on custom, cowhide, snake eyes, oil venom wingtips. I don't know. But they're not even being marketed to our realm of footwear customer.
Right.
I can dig that. I'm just, like I said, some of this shit, I'm looking
It's
like I
kinda
know
like
damn well it don't cost all that to make.
It's kind of like the John Varvatos Dodge that they came out with just recently.
Oh yeah.
And it's just a 300. It's just a Chrysler 300,
Right.
but it's going for double because it's John Varvatos.
It's a special 300 though.
Exactly. It's not even being marketed to the hood Bentleys.
Right.
What we got
So
next?
we're good with the Alexander McQueen?
Yeah, good with that.
Okay. Next we have something that we haven't seen in a while, and I thought this went away. after we had a pending lawsuit. Anyone guess?
I think we already know.
Between two sneaker giants, they had a pending lawsuit over some technology.
Over
We've
the
seen
sock
one,
shoe.
we've seen one flourish and one go away, but now it returns, and we are talking about the Adidas Prime Knit
Prime Knit.
Wow.
Oh, y'all know me.
2.0.
I'm a sucker for the stripes. So
So
I mean,
what do you guys think about this? We've seen what Jesse left, so I forgot what shoes he bought. Which ones were those?
those were the he had a special edition of the Fly Knit the what was it?
The
Fly Knit
Chukka?
1. He
Yeah,
had the
the
Fly
Fly
Knit
Knit.
1. Yeah,
Okay.
Fly Knit 1. So I
So
mean, honestly,
hold
it's
on,
hard
Steve. Before you start, I want to ask D, what do you think happened here, D? Because Nike and Adidas were butting heads over the Prime Knit and the Fly Knit technology and who actually came up with it first, and they were
Right.
going through court. So what do you think happened now that we see the return of the Prime Knit?
I think we're going to see that Adidas was actually the first to start developing it, but Nike, and I think we actually discussed this on a previous episode, that Adidas was the first to do it, but Nike was the first to bring it to the marketplace.
Right.
Yep.
And I think the announcement of the lawsuit is eventually going to come down, and we're going to hear that, basically Nike said, "Here you go," and paid
Yep.
up some cash.
Well, not only that, it's kind of like when you watch a football game and the dude that throws the second punch gets the flag. That's what Nike did. Nike was
Yeah.
like, ooh, 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 we did it first. Adidas had no rebuttal because then they just looked like the sore loser.
Exactly.
So Nike, once again being a marketing giant, not just a footwear company, they knew that if they could swing public opinion
Yep.
by bringing the lawsuit to stop Adidas and make it look like Adidas was copying them, even though that was false, all they needed to do was bring the lawsuit. They didn't even need to win it.
Right.
Right. Perception is
You're
everything.
absolutely right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely right.
Because the Prime Knit was developed first in terms of the knit technology,
Right.
but Nike rushed it to market.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
interested
so.
to try the Prime Knit because
I want to try one of them at some point.
yeah,
I do.
I have a pair of the Fly Knits. I have the original Fly Knit. I didn't get the Fly Knit one that has the lunar bottom.
Okay.
But the original Fly Knit was, and most people don't realize the difference. So for our viewers, I'll tell them the Fly Knit, the original, is a Zoom Air footbed in the midsole. The lunar bottom on the Fly Knit 1, it has no air, no zoom. It's all just lunar material. So there's the difference with those. With Adidas here, I'd be interested to see if they, because this is the 2.0, and they have done this with some of their lightweight runners in the Adi Zero line, I'd be interested to see if they put any kind of bounce or boost energy return in this. Because boost is their big thing now. And they've already done it with the Adi Star line. They've done it with the Adi Zero line. So I'm wondering if there's any.
I think you just ruined that shoe for next year. Like you know they're gonna do that. It's just that you just ruined their whole surprise element for next year.
Sorry about
It's
that.
like, God damn it, ridiculous.
I know. I'll send you my address. You can send a pair. Care of ridiculous.
It's so gonna do that. Look, they introduced them separately. Then it's next year, that's gonna be like, oh, we combined forces to make this wonderful shoe. Yeah, like we didn't know you were gonna do that shit.
Right. They got it all planned out, storyboarded.
Right. Exactly. That's hilarious.
Going back to the London Olympics, when the shoe was actually on some of their athletes that they sponsors' feet, the response from that, the minimal response that they could have before the lawsuit was brought and they shut it all down, because that's when the Prime Knit actually came to light. The initial response was good. And look at that one there.
Let me ask this question though: did they use it after their actual events, or did you see people actually wearing them in their events and using them?
Oh, they're in track and field is mostly you're using your spikes, so you would be
Right.
using this as your warm up, as your trainer.
Okay.
So I didn't see a lot of anyone using them. There might have been a marathoner or two that was actually using them on the course for the
Right.
distance race.
That's what I was more asking about because I know the spikes
Yeah.
they don't have them in spikes, but I know how it is with a lot of these brands. They like to introduce a lot of these shoes
Mhm. And I think
in big
a few
events
of
like
them.
that where people wear them on the way to their event, on the way back
Right.
from their event, back to the village or what have you. So
Well, and that was the big battle is Nike. The Nike, what they call their podium uniform, was head to toe brilliant. They had the all 3M USA jacket, and then they had the Volt colored fly knit.
right,
And so Adidas had the prime knit on some of their sponsored athletes, but Nike did almost like a Groupon for athletes before the Olympics, and started sponsoring just about everybody they possibly could.
just so it can be
So
seen.
yeah, and
Right,
plus they sponsor the U.S. team. So if you don't have a sponsor, if you're sponsor less, then you get
right.
put onto the podium wearing the USA gear, which just so happened to be Nike.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what a lot. That's another thing a lot of people don't realize. Like in track and field, you don't have teams like you have in the. Well, you do have teams, but it's not like the NFL or the NBA where the league is sponsored by this, but the athletes are repping their brands pretty hard. When you are a member of the country's Olympic team or the U.S. team, the national team, when you go, if you don't have a sponsor, you're getting the club kit, and it's all Nike.
Wow.
Well, that's why they
So
pay them the big bucks to be the sponsor.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you don't have a title sponsor that you signed a deal with, you're getting the club kit.
You already know.
all right, D. Well, don't wait too much longer to try these out, because we'll have to cut off your toes from frostbite.
Hey,
True.
Kadoma, where's it say? When are they available stateside?
Man, let me see what it says here. Uh, doesn't say anything about that. Just says
Okay.
just over a year ago, Adidas launched the Prime Knit. Today we see the follow-up, Prime Knit 2.
They'll
Oh,
probably be
I
they'll
might have
probably
to
be here
pay
within the
some.
next month or two.
Yeah, I might have to pay some euros.
So let's see what else we got. Last shoe on the show tonight before we get into the WTF is the New Balance. Something from New Balance. I know we got a lot of New Balance people out there.
Was it the MT 580 pack?
580.
Yes.
Look at Leo. Leo's like a kid in the candy store.
Y'all know how I am about this 580, man. I want every pair, every color. I'm just praying. Please, New Balance guys, make it 15.
Wow.
That's
The
too
Rev
good.
Light pack.
That's
Man.
too good.
I love these. I'm so happy they're bringing them back. They said they're coming out in October, so I'm already scouring everywhere.
That's mean, man. That Rev
You
Light
looking
pack
for
is
him?
nice.
That red pair, I can't. Oh, I want that red pair just to go to the Hawks game. The blue pairs, man, I want every color. They all cold.
That red pair is
Y'all can have all the Jordans. You can have all that lab shit. You can have all that shit. Let me get this. Let me keep these.
Now,
Yeah, that gray pair to me is so mean.
I'm liking the yellow accents on the blue.
Exactly.
That yellow accent on the blue is so mean.
That red is screaming Hawks, old school Hawks. Dog.
Yeah, it is.
That's straight old school Hawks right there.
Nice.
Woo! Look at those.
That's more traditional.
Yeah, that OG.
I like
That's
that.
what I love about this pack. It's a little bit of old, it's a little bit of new. You know what I mean? They did it with this pack right here.
That's nice, man. Quality materials, contrast stitching. That's nice.
And a lot of people are not even gonna bring up the Rev Light, which is, in itself comfortable. So like I said, man, I'm just praying that they make these big.
Is
Talking about somebody who's gonna be sick.
that a New Balance USA? That's not the okay, because it would say made in England, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It's probably made in the United States. I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Okay, because sometimes you see a lot lately. A lot of those special edition packs have been coming from overseas.
Mm.
Yeah, well, you know, the one thing about overseas is their colors are a little bit different.
Yeah.
So these colors are more inline colors versus
Okay.
the boutique-y, collabo colorways that they do. You know, especially with the 580s. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So some of the ones the crazy color ones, the ones that everybody loses their mind over, including myself, they usually only make those up to about a 12, sometimes a 13.
Right.
Rarely do they make 14, 15 in those type of colors because it's a collab.
Right.
But with the inline are the ones that I normally go after because I actually have a chance. Normally I have a chance to get them and get my hands on them if I can find them, because that's the thing. It's about who orders them, if they if they even ordered enough of them. You know what I mean, in the big sizes. So.
Right. Oh, sneaker gods, help my man Heat.
So got some heat from New Balance there. Before we get in the WTF, any other shoes you guys saw while we were off that you'd like to talk about? Anybody?
Well, actually, the two I thought we would have brought them up. One I'm not even going to talk about because I think everybody else is doing enough talking today. Was that Dornbecker? I actually like that joint. I love the story that comes with it, though. If you haven't had a chance, read up on the story, and I'll let y'all do a little homework on that. The other pair is from Pate was the first one to post it yesterday. I think it was the Brick City Shack Attack. I don't know if anybody's seen that.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can find a picture of that while we're talking about.
Quietly, while you're looking at that, this is right in line with that. The black version, the black and royal Shack Attack, dropped real quietly because the Jordan 5 Fire Red dropped
Right.
over the weekend, and it totally overshadowed the black and royal Shack Attack.
Yep.
That's a mean pickup right there.
You know what really pisses me off about that is actually I know a couple people Reebok and they can't explain to me why this brother wears a size 22 and they only made that shoe up, to my knowledge. And D, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've had some people who work for Reebok who can't find any bigs in that shoe.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy to me. It's a Shaq shoe and the biggest they made was 14.
Yeah. It's a big man shoe.
Right. So I'm a little, Reebok definitely dropped the ball on that. I know they're not going to make everything. I'm not crazy. I know everything can't be made in big sizes, but some stuff, it doesn't make sense for it not to be made.
Yeah, it's outside the story. Like we always talk about telling the story. It's outside the story.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't line up with the story. Doesn't line up at all. So,
right.
But I love this Brick City colorway. I think it's dope. I think whoever did the coloring on it, really took their time. It looks like it has a couple of different materials on it. I mean, I'm really feeling that shoe, man.
That's nice. Yeah.
Cool. And then the other one that you were talking about, Steve, is, here we see that Break City Shack Attack that just dropped this weekend. And then also here's the other one, if it'll come up real quick, the Black Shack Attack.
Yes. It dropped so quietly.
Yeah, it did.
It's already. I went to Finish Line at the mall here in the O, and it's already on the bottom rack, pushed way down underneath the sale Iversons. I'm like, it got no love because everyone was lined up for them Jordans, and it dropped the day before. This dropped on Thursday.
And the thing is, it's a not only is it the other thing that overshadowed too was the dud that was the Weatherman pack.
Yep.
You had so many people copping that shoe and then trying to resell it, and you dummies actually still have to hold on to it because now Foot Locker's not gonna take it back. You know what I'm saying? So,
not gonna do it.
I don't know if people know that, but Foot Locker has a policy. Foot Locker, Foot Action, I think all of them, Champs, they have policies that they will not take back release date shoes within the first month. It depends on who it is, because some people won't even take it back for the first 2 months.
Yep.
But at least a month, you can't take it back.
Yep.
So good luck with that, all you Weatherman people.
It's a good looking silhouette too. I'm gonna catch these on sale because they
Yeah,
gonna
but
go on sale.
this shoe, I love this shoe. I think this is one of my favorite shoes as far as back to school this year.
Yeah,
I thought this is a dope back to school shoe.
yeah.
Like for a lot
That's
of
gonna be mine.
mothers who are looking for
Yeah.
a dark colored shoe.
Oh yeah. When it snows, this gonna
You
be
know
my
what I'm saying?
boots. I'm gonna
Yeah,
rock these like boots.
I like that shoe. That shoe is just a dope shoe.
Yeah, it's clean. I like to give a quick shout out to my man Brian Wedgen. What's up, homie? Good to have you on the call. He right here in the O with me.
So what's good, Brian?
Might have to hit your mute button. You know, to get in here and talk.
He's just gonna give me the peace sign. I see you.
All right. Let me
Hey,
see
Steve,
you.
had to check it out.
I'm glad you did, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, you bet. It's been really cool. Thanks.
Cool.
Everybody saw the Dornbecker today.
I'll go ahead and throw that up, Kadoma.
You want me to go ahead and throw it up?
Yeah.
And then there were two other shoes that I wanted to talk about that I'm going to find here in just a second. But first I'll go ahead and show you the Dornbecker, which kind of stole the news today.
Yeah,
For those unfamiliar with the Dornbecker line, Nike's been doing this for about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing a whole line of shoes for the Dornbecker Children's Hospital where they offer something for everyone. They've done Air Force One, skate shoes, Air Max, Dunks, I'm trying to think, and of course Jordans are one of the most popular selections. And they're all designed and inspired by different patients at the Children's Hospital. So, and all proceeds from this release go towards the Dornbecker Children's Hospital. And I think I saw they've raised close to $9 million for the hospital in the, I guess, 10 years that they've been doing this. So it's good shoes for a good cause, and here you see the classic black silhouette on the Air Jordan 5. But the thing about this shoe is, this could almost pass for an OG pair right here. But when the lights go out, that's when the party starts, because it's got glow in the dark, black light, all kind of accents on here, inspired by Isaac, who designed this shoe. So it's got his poetry on the tongue there. Different things that, his jersey numbers embroidered onto the shoe. These come out, when is it, September 14th?
Yeah, next weekend.
You know one thing that hurts me about that shoe?
What's that?
Is that this is, especially with someone's poetry written on the shoe, is probably one of the more heartfelt and more deep meanings that has been ever attached to any of the Dornbeckers, and 90% of people that buy them aren't going to care. That kills me, because this is a beautiful concept.
Their money's gonna care, so that's.
No, I hear you.
Cool.
I hear you that the money counts, and it does. And I still got beef with that. Even like, you want to really help these kids, Nike, put out more shoes. Some of us really would like to buy a pair and not have to fight a crashed website for them. But that aside, I mean, there's some actual heart that the kids put into their design. They could care less about the hype of the shoe. They're actually pouring their story into these designs. Some of these kids make it. Some of them might not. I'd like to think that someone that wore these would be proud to wear them, not for the hype of it, but because this young man put some real heart and soul into his story, and that it could be tragic, but he's celebrating it.
Right. Well, the thing that really touched me about this shoe was what you said. Unlike most of the other, going back some of the other ones, not to discount them, but this young man passed away, and his family actually had to go in and help finish the shoe.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that I know we feel that that means something to us. It's something that I would love to support.
Right.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not gonna break my neck to be sitting here trying to go through all the rigmarole and all the crap that goes through trying to get this shoe. because we all know it's going to be, you know, it's going to be overhyped with people who really don't care nothing but a buck. You know, and I guess the moral of the story is, I guess, you know, it's a good thing that they are getting money for the program, but I just wish it was you know, it was a better way. Where and people could really feel it and understand the story and really appreciate the shoe more so than just, you know, fiend over the shoe. You know what I mean?
And like childhood cancer hits me in a particular spot because I lost, at the time, my best friend died of leukemia back when I was a freshman in high school. And, you know, had something like this been around, like wearing, I played all my ball seasons with armband way before armbands were popular, and I played with her armband and her initial on my arm, and I know what it's like to wear something to someone's that meant something to you. And like you said, this young man passed away. I would love to support not just the cause, but him in particular, because of that story. And sadly, we know that's going to be a hard thing to do.
Okay, well, there you go. There you have it. It's coming out next weekend. You'll have to go through a lot to get it.
Yep.
I had wanted to talk about tonight, if you guys don't